team from the ACC, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Horned Frogs will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. So Virginia Tech's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Got it behind the line. It's Keith. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Hokies are on the move. Back to throw, it's Drones. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Clemens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered to pick up the first. From the gun, the running back has it. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Fitzgerald. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down. And the Hokies have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Firing to the right, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football, to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side. You
know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking to throw, it's Stone. They get to him as he throws. Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. They'll throw it on first down. He's got an open man. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Horned Frog! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Dropping back, it's Drones. Quickly complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. He's got the back in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Hokies looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Got it in the middle. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. strikes the blow. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
To the ground with the back. And he could not get loose on the run. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Dropping back, it's Stone. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Going to the run, it's Cook. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be brought down.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to...
He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
I knew that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So
he's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clemens. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Oh, he wants it all. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Defense dropping into soft coverage. The run to the right. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime.
And the Hokies will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Stone. He lofts one down the sideline. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, TCU! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Hawaii. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity.
And the pass is intercepted.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
Looking downfield, it's Drones. Makes his connection. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
They go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up 3. It's 3rd and 7. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Clemens. Across the 25. He's got room. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Hokies.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score in the season.
Here's the return from inside his 10, and the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know, momentum's a big part at the quarterback position, too. And sure, he threw a pick on the last drive, so let's come out on this one and find some easy completions from the pocket. If it's not there for me downfield right away, let me find my check down and get myself back into rhythm.
And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Scanning the field, it's Stone. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Corners are going to bail. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch at the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
He wants to throw it. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frog. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Looking deep. Catch inside the 25. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. How about this dude? He's throwing it like Don Strock or Jim Druckenmiller. He's running it like Tyrod Taylor, or doing it all like Michael Vick.
Just showing the whole game, showing the repertoire, and how hard is it to stop a guy like this? I mean, when he can do all these things and stretch you with his feet, stretch you with his arm, that's why he's hard to stop, and that's why he's having himself a day.
It's a draw. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. The Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Stone. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Off the play fake on 1st down. The freshman able to get home with the sack. He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down.
Fourth down. Coming up.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Stone. They're trying to get to it. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Woo, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Going up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Virginia Tech, 42. TCU, 28.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
To the air, it's Stone. Unloads to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this off.
Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Fitzgerald.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Catch in the middle. It's Heath. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback keeps it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
28.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Stone. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's caught downfield.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when you're...
And that pass is caught at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over them.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! What a grab and go for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when
he unleashes a long one. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
TCU, 35.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Looking to throw, it's Stone. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. He's looking to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Makes a move. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack.